Welcome to this partner launch webinar for the Q3 2025. I think this will be recorded, as you all know, and we'll put it up in the partner portal together with the material for this launch. We'll put there as soon as we have the recording ready. I guess during the presentations here, I think we can ask questions after each theme instead, so that we make sure that they have the presentation finished at once, and then you can ask questions, I guess. And if not, please let us know. And then I just give the so Olena can take over and continue. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. For those who I've not had the chance to meet yet, my name's Olena. I'm a part of the product management team here at RamBase, and I'm excited to welcome you to our Q3 launch. So we have booked an hour today to go through our agenda. There will be three topics. Firstly, Torvald will cover our roadmap, followed by our business analyst who will walk you through our feature launches, and finally we'll wrap it up with enablement. So for this quarter, we don't have any major headline launches like we've seen in the previous sessions, such as subscription or job order management. This session is mainly like a high-level overview of features and what is in the release document, which I will go into a bit more during the last point in enablement. I need to point out that all general available features are linked to their release notes, and they're also available in the partner portals. If you've been following, all general available features mean is that they are usable for our customers in RamBase. I need to make a point for finance. As of today, the features are not yet available, but they are in progress. Therefore, they're missing their link, but I've been assured they're on track to be completed by the end of this month. As Ellen said, if you have any questions, just please write it in the chat during the session. So I'll now hand it over to Torvald, who will take you through the roadmap.
All right, the roadmap again. Not much it's changing there, but still we need to have this disclaimer that plans are changing based on the needs of us, our customers, or external events. But at least we are planning and we are following our plans pretty well at this stage. But you never know. Of course, we are working towards our product vision to raise the product to be a best of breed for selected industries. And just to sort of pinpoint that, we have, of course, our strategic teams and so forth. But it is important for us that the solution that we will develop is resilient and agile in terms of the user requirements, because RamBase customers, they operate in a turbulent and competitive environment, and they need access to and they are exposed to risk and changes in their environment. So they need to be able to respond quickly to changes and not lose control. We also see that RamBase customers are production companies, but they also need to extend their revenue streams and implement the new offerings like as-a-service business models, rental, subscription, and also be able to provide the related value-added services that complement their product offerings. So that's in terms of new businesses. Decision-making, that's one of the main drivers for investing in information technology. And RamBase customers will get a single source of truth with access to real-time information at their fingertips whenever they need it. So that's sort of an important point that is a part of our vision, making sure that that's the way it works. Of course, every customer wants to be competitive, and customers of RamBase must be able to compete with total control of their operating margins, capital efficiency, risk exposures, as well as being flexible, responsible, and responsive and reliable, and stay both competitive and relevant. So it's important for us to understand the customers in terms of what brings competitive advantage to them. And lastly, on this slide, related to labor constraints, we want the RamBase customers to be able to run their operations with minimum of overhead, making sure that users can learn the system intuitively and work efficiently throughout a well-designed and automated and controlled and documented workflow. And of course, the workflow must be subject to continuous improvement, hence our quality offering. So these are things that needs to be included in the product, and it's important selling points when you are talking with customers. And how we do when we prioritize and how we deliver on our commitments, it is important for us that we do these investments in the right way. We want to delight our customers by reducing pain points, for instance, from the idea portal. We also focus on usability, so it's easy to use and it is reliable, that we have superior uptime and a solution that is taking care of the data of our customers in a secure way. Also, we want to expand our addressable market, and that's also for you as our partners, because we want to be able to sell it and win the deals. Then we need to have a product that is right for our selected industries, and we also expand into the industries that we are targeting. And of course, when we're talking about win rate, it's important that we are able to demonstrate value for the customers. So then, when all that is said, we have some strategic teams, and these are not new. So this is more or less the same things that we mentioned last time, just a new format. But we are working on the competitive core functionality, making sure that it is a sound foundation for all operations. And of course, also we focus on the custom manufacturers, make-to-order manufacturers, making sure that they can have flexible operations and good traceability, which is important for those segments. When we come to best of breed for OEMs, it's of course also related to the design, new product design and new product implementation, as well as being able to service and repair the products that they produce and own and deliver, or the designs they own. So that's an area, and within this specific theme, we will start working on the service capabilities during the autumn, going out to partners and customers to assess the needs within service. And we have already started that effort, trying to sort out the different sets of requirements based on what the industry's requirements are. And of course, integrated supply chain, still, we're talking about multi-location operations. So improved logistics across locations. We're looking at master data across companies and also multi-company flow, both of material and financials. And of course, we have the as a service revenue models, where we are working hard on delivering rental functionality, major improvements coming there at the end of the year or next year. So, and then we have the roadmap, and this now next later I wanted to highlight that these are levels of commitment, meaning that now these are things that we are currently working on. So that is the commitment. These we are committed to. Next, we are starting to plan these things, and we might start them quite soon. And what's on later are things that we have identified that we will do something with, but it's not bound at a specific time period. So I will mainly go through the things in now. You know that we are working on the PUR application, Purchase Requirements Management, and that is coming along. So there will be some more information on that later on in the year. We also do some small changes during the next months on the logic for reorder points. We also implement safety and max stock fields. Procurement lead time buffer is already implemented. Unit turnover statistics is something that we are implementing. And also we do some changes in the PBM to split between confirmed and unconfirmed both service orders and sales orders backlog. And also we adding supplier delivery performance statistics into the supplier application as a KPI. On the logistics side, we are working on a big project on splitting reception and verification of material inbound logistics, including also documentation requirements. And we also have a small adjustment on preventing zero value invoices for service shipments, enabled by a CMI option that you can run to avoid that. And we also implement the timestamps from the waybill inbound or the new timestamps there that came this year into the PBM picture, so you get a better overview over the status on material that is in transit. We have two major projects going on in the design and make, so in production. And it's pick to production and use alternative material. Pick to production is coming along quite nicely and might be ready quite soon. Use alternative material is a little bit bigger and will need some more time. I'll not go into the details of this, but we also do a lot of other adjustments and improvements in the system on the production side. Yeah, small things here. You can pause and read when you feel like it, when you have the time. But it's a lot of small things that are enhancements for this coming quarter actually. On the rental side, we're still working on the rental module, using a lot of focus on getting traction on that and being able to deliver in time. And also we have done, we're planning to do some small changes into pod there. And when it is related to value-added service or pod enhancements, we have some things that we will look at the end of the year that are in the planning. All right, so on the next slide, enablement processes, short update on the quality side. We are working on making available the QMS system in ERP. And the first thing that will be available is the standard operating procedure part with documents and competencies. And during the first half of next year, we will run some beta tests with selected partners or customers in that area. and then it will be generally available afterwards. And on the finance side, we also have a lot of things going on. We are quite close on the pay renewal, payment management, and so forth. And we also have some plans on accounts payable, some improvements there related to cost invoices, some auto approval in that respect. We're also looking on improving the automated invoice linking to Spool. So that is planned for the coming quarter. Also, partial payments is something that we have been working on. I'm coming back to that, but there's a lot of things related to handling of currency going on at the moment. So that's the rest of the information there. Regulatory and statutory, it's we're doing some changes to be able to handle the KSEF invoicing system of Poland. And we also have some other requirements from Poland that we are looking into. Of course, also there's a big initiative on the data integration platform that is in progress at the moment. So that's sort of the things that are going on at the moment. So that's as much as we are planning on the roadmap side. I can see there is on the pick to production. Then Eldin can give a little bit background on the pick to production functionality, maybe. So what we're planning.
Yeah, I can. Do you want me to take it now or during production?
Yeah, well, you can do that. So then we can just proceed, and you'll do it when you get to production.
Yep.
Good. Any other questions? All right, then it's back to you, Olena.
Thank you. So in sales, we've had 4 releases, starting with the sales order. So many of our customers operate across multiple locations or departments and need invoices sent to the right place. Until now, there was no option to specify the alternative address without changing the default address. That led our customers experiencing that changing the invoice would also change or affect other open documents. So we've made this improvement with the sales order to have multiple addresses in the sales order. So now you can select the right address without altering the customer's default settings. This is only applicable for the sales orders, customer invoicing. It's not applicable for sales quotes, and the changes can only be done in status 1. Following on the same topic, we've added 2 columns to the sales order to display the gross margin amount based on the percentage. So this will appear in the document currency and will also be converted into the company currency for consistent reporting. These columns are hidden by default, but you can toggle them through the column customization in the sales order item view. Next, we have 2 small improvements on job order management, or POD. First one is pick quantity is now visible in the mobile application. So operators can now see the pick quantity for items characterized as material within the mobile application. So this is useful when multiple materials are needed unexpectedly. Next, we have improved visibility in the desktop application. So we've added a collapsible feature to project order item, where the cost and price area can now be collapsed, displaying only the total values. This is a small enhancement, but does make an improvement to our system usability, especially those who are maybe using lower resolution screens. I'll now hand it to Eldin to talk about what's new in production.
Yeah, I can I guess I can start with addressing the question Andrew had in the chat on elaborating on the topic of picked production. The point with the picked production enhancement is to provide more possibilities on efficient picking on product unit level. So on the so-called LCMs, the plan is to be able to pick materials from one or more SSA per LCM, enhanced scanning features to be able to pick more efficiently, and also support both the single LCM picking and multi LCM picking. And one of the features, in addition to being able to pick per LCM or product unit, is you're going to build the trace list while you are picking. So there's no need to go back after picking and then enter all the traceability data, such as serial numbers and so. I can also turn my camera on, I guess. Yeah, but that's a quick summary of what we're working with. And since we are on the topic of, I guess, okay, first with this, yeah. The outsource operations, we've done some changes on the outsource operations. I think we also had a small introduction on the changes we did on the external operations. But on all operations that are of type external, you will have a additional suppliers tab where you can specify the subcontracting suppliers with data on lead time, transportation time, and much more. And then this data is going to be used in purchasing context, which will give you much more detailed calculations of dates. And as it says, it's more aligned with the real-world delivery expectations. The next topic is also on the, I guess I mentioned a bit on the LCM and the use of serial number. What we are introducing is validation on picking or selecting serial numbers on the product unit. So in simple terms, you basically validate the serial numbers you are picking on the LCM against those that are defined on the SSA item that you have picked from. So for example, if you have picked a specific part from a specific SSA, let's say that SSA has a quantity of 10, and each item has a defined serial number. During this selection of serial number process on the product unit, it will validate against the serial numbers you have on the SSA item. There is, however, an option if customers don't have these types of strict rules on serial numbers. There is, however, an option of deactivating this. So the validation is in place for those that want to follow a more streamlined and good validation process to simply improve traceability and reliability. Otherwise, customers that are not so strict on the use of serial numbers don't have to use it. So you have some flexibility there. Yeah, and then on the next topics, the first one, I guess it's really relevant for the companies or customers that are make-to-order oriented. So when manufacturing to a specific order, the PVOs or production work orders are typically created for a single sales order item. And today we, of course, have the link between the sales order item and the PVO, including all the sub-productions, but it's not automatically locked, which again can lead to the risk of unintentional relinking to other demands, and that poses a risk. To address this, there is a auto lock mechanism that's been introduced. So whenever you are creating production work orders based on the by order tab, pending single orders in production planning application, it will be automatically locked to the order you're creating the production work order for. The next two topics are in a way based on the same concept. We have allocation functions that can be triggered from a PVO. And we also have a both pick and reallocate function or reassign function in the picking application for the PVO. When these functions were previously used, it didn't include the assessment of customer-owned inventory, but now it will also include customer-owned inventory and can allocate to customer-owned inventory if or as long the customer matches on the PVO. So that's now been released. I think that's it from my side. But before I give it over to finance, is there any questions on the topics I've been through, or is there any more questions on the pick to production topic?
Yeah, maybe it's my turn then. Finance, not too many things this time. Minor alterations actually. The first one on the list, the EU sales list report, is about splitting and separate service and goods in the report, which is not possible today. So that will come soon. The next thing is about a widget that is created from an existing report that is already there. So you can visualize all the incoming invoices and plan for payments, whether it's the invoice is booked or not. So it will give a complete overview of all the registered incoming invoices. And the last topic here, the partial payments for invoices and credit notes. It's a kind of first of a 4-step rocket, which will, in the end, give you a full split between realized and unrealized balances. And this first part is about the partial payment and actually simplify the code there, so it's possible later on to split between realized and unrealized. So there will come more in that topic later, but this is the first and important step to be able to do the others in the rocket, which will come soon. Yeah, and that's all in finance this time.
All right. Should I maybe mention something here, or maybe someone else? There has been some changes in that minor things. There's a lot of small changes in this quarter. So, and we also have some big projects that are getting close to finish that will be launched in next quarter. But ship to address visible in purchase order change requests, so that you can do a purchase order change request when you have an updated ship to address. We also have the auto upload, the possibility to set up auto upload the same way as, for instance, the PDM import. You can put it on FTP server, and we can pull for the file and upload it automatically when they find a new art upload file. The last one, initial estimated cost on the deliver project snapshot. So we added a column of information there. So now it is both estimated cost and planned cost and actual or accrued cost showed in the delivery project snapshot. So that, I guess, was the minor updates. Now, Ollie.
Yeah, I'll speak a bit about enablement. So for those who have just joining our process, enablement is part of the launch process. And the launch process helps us to equip everyone to understand the product, its value, and its role in driving success. So our mission here is with each launch, we want to make sure that everyone involved, whether they're internal or external teams, are equipped with the right understanding of what our features do, what are their value drivers, and how it fits into the bigger picture. Ultimately, the goal is to ensure that every launch moves us forward. And how we do that is by equipping teams with the right material. So it's up to all of us now to bring it to life. As partners, your role is essential in this process. You're the ones guiding customers through adoption, helping them to see possibilities, and ensuring that the solution drives solution delivers on what is promised. So to support you with all of that, all the material that was presented today, including the recording, release documentation, and the presentation, will be made available after this session when it's ready. So that way you have everything you need to revisit the details and also share it with your teams. I have taken in some feedback that has been brought up to help us improve on the way we can deliver this information to you. And I hope the release summary is a reflection that we are listening and happy to implement the suggestions. Yeah, as always, content will be linked in the partner portal for your access. I think that's all from me. I'm going to hand it over to Torvald if you have any closing remarks.
No, I just want to thank everyone that joined us in this meeting. And the point of having these webinars are related to improving the quality of getting new stuff out in the market and out to the users, and also out in the sales process. So making sure that we are enabled and are able to provide the sufficient support to customers and end users with the new stuff that we deliver, and also making sure that we get the good stuff in front of potential customers, so we know what's going on. Of course, everything is released continuously, so that we don't do a big release each quarter. So most of the things are already available, and if you monitor the release log, you will get most of this information. But our point is, and our presentation is focused on the value message and making sure that we understand the value message of the different releases, so what benefits it provides. But also the release notes are also described in a good way, so it tells you what problems we are trying to solve with these different releases. We had a question about the AI statement. I'm not sure when that is ready, but it is in the final stage. And when we have it ready, we will share it with you. So we have some common story to tell about the state of AI in RamBase. Yeah.
Okay. Very good, everyone. Are there any more questions now before we finish off this? I think we've gone through everything today. So it's a quick meeting today. That's good. No questions. Okay. Thank you very much, all those of you in product management who has made this available for all of us. And yeah, we'll have everything uploaded to the partner portal, and I'll send out a message when everything is there. Safety stock. Is that a question, Andy, or is it?
It's a declaration of love.
Yeah, good. So good. Good. Okay. Have a nice weekend, everyone, and thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.